I live in the place that my forefathers, Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, gave to me.
We're the only country that has doubled its population in 40 years. We're just expanding, returning, growing in our homeland.
When I look outside the window, I see the place where King David shepherded his sheep.
Judea and Samaria is the essential Jewish homeland. It is the cradle of Jewish civilization.
In ancient Shiloh, you can see layers from the time of Abraham until 500 years ago. This was our spiritual center for about 400 years, our first capital city before Jerusalem. The Mishkan was here. This is where we celebrated our Sukkot, Shavuot, and Pesach. This is where Hannah prayed for a son.
8 minutes away is where Jacob buried Rachel. It happened right here.
It comes from David purchasing a plot of land on the Temple Mount, and it comes from Abraham purchasing a plot of land in Hebron. Everywhere you go, you're just so saturated with Judaism.
All religions recognize the Jewish Bible, and that's really the deed to the land of Israel. The borders of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's our land.
Today, many nations are trying to deny our connection to this land. And thanks to One Israel Fund, we're able to expose the story of the land of Israel, the story of the Jewish nation, that our roots are deep into this ground.
People need to understand that every single project that we're doing is digging our roots deeper in those areas.
Those people who live today in Yehuda and Shomron, I would say the real pioneers in Israel today, the Chalatzim of the modern era of the state of Israel.
You really feel it, that you're living in the Bible land, you're living in your own roots, you're living in your history, and you're part of the history.
I love living here. I feel part of the eternal chain of the Jewish people.
Everything that the Jews have gone through thousands of years of exile, reaching the point where we are now back in our homeland. To preserve it, we've got to protect it.
The international community has been, for 40 years, trying to undermine Jewish sovereignty in Judea and Samaria. As Israelis and as Middle Easterners, when we don't assert our sovereignty, somebody tries to encroach upon it.
Every day there are all kinds of incidents going on in the roads and communities throughout the areas of Judea and Samaria. So we're providing the equipment that helps the communities to detect and respond to those needs.
Itamar has been in a war situation for the last 10 years, and unfortunately we've lost 22 people murdered in the last 10 years on the community.
Over the weekend, terrorists broke into the home of Ruth and Udi Fogel. It was a night of bloodshed.
On Sunday, 20,000 people at the Givat Shaul cemetery in Jerusalem escorted the bodies of the 5 members of the Fogel family.
Right after the Fogel murder, I got a call that morning from the Rav Shatz. And he said, imagine if you would have been able to put in a camera there. Who knows? Maybe those 5 people wouldn't have been slaughtered.
קרן ישראל אחת עזרה לנו ליישוב איתמר ברכישת אמצעים להגנה ולביטחון על היישוב.
This is the town of Awarta, where the terrorists came out of. They went through this road, the road that now we can see. Let's just get a little closer look.
Unfortunately, a majority of our work today is done in the realm of preventive security. Surveillance camera systems, portable thermal cameras, countless emergency medical life-saving kits.
I'm living in Yakir, my factory also in Yakir, Shomron. We are stay here something like 20 years. I have a family here, and my wife work together. I'm also a paramedic here in Shomron. The One Israel Fund take it 99% from all the emergency the doctor needed, you have inside. Oxygen tank, all the bandages that you need from emergency, one set of the airways medicine, defibrillation AED, burn kits. This bag saved life. 100% it saved life.
I'm in Woodmere, New York, and I can't save their lives. I don't live here. One day I will. My wife is probably going to move to Florida, but I'm going to move to Israel. And I raised enough to buy several small kids and to buy 4 big kids so that they will be able to save lives.
One Israel Fund, we try to be proactive, not just reactive. We try to see things before it happens. We try to save lives before the danger comes by.
We have been extremely lucky thanks to the security system.
We want to protect Jews. We'll do whatever it takes.
We can stop terror. We can prevent murder. We have to work at doing that. There are many communities that are still lacking systems like this. Gaps to be filled, if you will. And that's what we're trying to do.
One Israel Fund was founded after the signing of the Oslo Accords and for the communities of Judea, Samaria, and what was once in Gush Katif and Gaza.
One Israel Fund funds projects to allow people to live a normal life in Yehuda and Shomron.
Anything from educational needs to recreational needs to preventive security.
There are people who are living with more freedom than many other parts of Israel.
Anything and everything that they could possibly need to grow and thrive, One Israel Fund was created to provide.
One Israel Fund donated the dormitories to Ginat Eden. We feel that we're not left alone, that there's people there around the world, in America, who love us and want to help and show their support.
The One Israel Fund going with us all the way when we need a project, when we need help, when we need connection. They help us in the schools that we have here. They are with you. They are your family.
If you're from Gush Katif and you don't live in your permanent home, or you are unemployed, a simcha becomes a stress instead. We have showered more than 650 brides and grooms of Gush Katif. We have given things that a young bride would need to start a new home, and the One Israel Fund has never turned us down.
One Israel Fund built the dormitory and several of the mishpachtonim, the group family homes. Thank you, One Israel Fund, for helping save the lives of our girls at Ulpanat Dolev.
There's a lot of pride in knowing what we've accomplished and what we've extended ourselves to and built up communities, beautiful communities throughout all of Israel.
To be able to save lives, to be able to provide social services has been beyond spectacular.
And with the continued help of the supporters of One Israel Fund, I have no doubt that we will succeed in the future as well.
One Israel Fund is a true partner.
Thank you, One Israel Fund, for all that you are doing for us.
Thank you, One Israel Fund.
Thank you, One Israel Fund.
Thank you, One Israel Fund.
Toda rabah, mikol halev.
At the end of the day, the most important thing is love Israel. Say it. Say, I love Israel. I love its beaches, and I love its mountains. I love its Hebron, and I love its Tel Aviv.
We've been here for 18 years. We've made a tremendous difference filling the gaps, but the needs are great, and there's so much more that needs to be done. The more money we have, the more projects in Judea and Samaria we can fulfill.